Artificial intelligence has been part of our lives for longer than most people realize. Recommendation systems, search engines, voice assistants, and automation tools have quietly shaped how we work and communicate. Yet despite all this progress, AI still felt like something separate from us. Useful, powerful, but distant. You had to adapt to it, learn how to talk to it, and sometimes fight with it just to get the result you wanted. GPT-6 represents the moment where that dynamic begins to change. With GPT-6, artificial intelligence starts to feel less like software and more like a thinking companion, not because it is conscious, but because it understands human communication at a deeper level. Conversations feel smoother, more intuitive, and more aligned with how people naturally think and speak. Instead of carefully engineered prompts, you can simply explain your thoughts the way they come to you, and GPT-6 follows along. One of the most important shifts in GPT-6 is how it handles understanding. Earlier models were incredibly good at predicting language, but prediction is not the same as comprehension. GPT-6 moves closer to true understanding by focusing on intent rather than just input. It looks at the direction of a conversation, the purpose behind the question, and the broader context surrounding it. This makes interactions feel coherent instead of fragmented. When people interact with GPT-6, they often notice that it doesn't rush to answer. There's a sense of pause, as if the system is thinking. That pause represents deeper reasoning. GPT-6 evaluates multiple possibilities, checks logical consistency, and chooses responses that align with the user's goals. This makes its answers feel calmer, more reliable, and more human. Reasoning is especially important when dealing with complex problems. Whether it's planning a business strategy, understanding a scientific concept, or solving a creative challenge, GPT-6 approaches the task thoughtfully. It doesn't just give an answer. It explains why that answer makes sense. This transforms AI from a response generator into a learning partner. Another major improvement lies in long-term context awareness. GPT-6 can maintain continuity across extended conversations. It remembers what matters and keeps track of evolving ideas. This allows users to work on projects over time without constantly re-explaining their goals. The conversation becomes a shared space where ideas grow naturally. For creators, this is a powerful shift. Writers can develop stories across multiple sessions, refining tone, characters, and themes without losing momentum. Content creators can plan entire video series, adjusting direction as ideas evolve. Designers can explore concepts iteratively, guided by feedback that stays consistent with their vision. Emotional awareness is another area where GPT-6 feels different. While it does not experience emotions, it recognizes emotional signals in language. It can detect uncertainty, frustration, excitement, or curiosity. This allows it to respond in a way that feels appropriate to the moment. If someone is struggling, it becomes patient and supportive. If someone is energized and moving fast, it keeps up. This emotional alignment makes interactions feel less mechanical. Users feel understood, not just answered. That sense of being understood builds trust, which is essential as AI becomes more deeply integrated into daily life. Creativity is one of the most exciting dimensions of GPT-6. Instead of simply remixing existing ideas, GPT-6 connects concepts across different domains. It draws inspiration from technology, psychology, history, art, and business, weaving them together in unexpected ways. This helps users explore ideas beyond their usual thinking patterns. For artists, GPT-6 acts like a brainstorming partner. It suggests directions, explores themes, and helps refine concepts without overshadowing the human vision. For musicians, filmmakers, and writers, it becomes a source of inspiration that adapts to their style rather than imposing its own. Education may be one of the most transformative applications of GPT-6. Traditional education systems often struggle to adapt to individual needs. GPT-6 changes this by personalizing learning experiences. It explains concepts in different ways depending on how a learner responds. If something doesn't click, it tries a new approach instead of repeating the same explanation. Students can ask questions without fear of judgment. They can learn at their own pace, revisit difficult topics, and explore subjects more deeply when curiosity strikes. This creates a learning environment that is supportive, flexible, and engaging. In professional settings, GPT-6 becomes a silent collaborator. It assists with writing, analysis, planning, and communication. It improves clarity and structure while preserving the user's voice. Instead of replacing human expertise, it enhances it. Business leaders use GPT-6 to explore scenarios and evaluate decisions. Entrepreneurs use it to refine ideas and identify risks. Teams use it to brainstorm and align strategies. The AI supports thinking rather than dictating outcomes. Another major leap forward is multimodal intelligence. GPT-6 can understand and integrate text, images, audio, and structured data. This means you can describe an idea verbally, show a visual reference, and refine everything through conversation. The boundaries between different types of information begin to disappear. This multimodal capability streamlines workflows. Creators no longer need to jump between tools. Everything happens in a single coherent interaction. This saves time and reduces friction, allowing people to focus on creativity and problem solving. As AI becomes more powerful, safety and alignment become critical. GPT-6 is designed with stronger safeguards to reduce misinformation and unintended behavior. It avoids making confident claims when uncertain. It explains limitations openly. It respects ethical boundaries and handles sensitive topics with care. The goal is not to create an all-knowing system, but a reliable one. GPT-6 is built to support human decision-making, not override it. This balance between capability and responsibility is essential for long-term trust. One of the most important impacts of GPT-6 is accessibility. Advanced intelligence is no longer limited to large organizations with massive resources. Individuals, small teams, and creators gain access to tools that level the playing field. This democratization of intelligence has the potential to reshape industries. A single person can now research, plan, create, and execute ideas that once required an entire team. Students in remote areas can access personalized learning. Creators can compete globally without massive budgets. GPT-6 reduces barriers and expands opportunity. What makes GPT-6 truly powerful is how natural it feels. It doesn't demand that users learn complex interfaces or technical language. It adapts to the user's way of thinking. This makes technology fade into the background, allowing human creativity and curiosity to take center stage. As we look to the future, GPT-6 stands as a milestone in AI development. It signals a shift away from machines that merely process information toward systems that genuinely support human thinking. It shows what happens when intelligence becomes collaborative rather than competitive. GPT-6 is not the end of AI evolution, but it is a clear turning point. It demonstrates that the most powerful technology is not the one that replaces humans, but the one that empowers them. By understanding how people think, learn, and create, GPT-6 helps unlock potential on a global scale. This future is not about smarter machines alone. It is about smarter collaboration between humans and technology. GPT-6 represents a step toward that future where ideas flow freely, learning feels natural, and creativity knows fewer limits. And as this journey continues, one thing becomes clear. Artificial intelligence is no longer just about automation. It is about augmentation. It is about helping humans think better, create more freely, and reach further than ever before. That is the real promise of GPT-6. If this video helped you understand how GPT-6 is changing the future of visual creativity, make sure to like the video so more creators can discover it. Subscribe to the channel for in-depth videos on AI tools, creative technology, and future-ready skills. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss updates on the latest AI breakthroughs. Share this video with designers, students, marketers, and entrepreneurs who want to stay ahead in the age of intelligent creativity. Drop your thoughts or questions in the comments.